Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. This is my first video and I wanted to teach you today about learning how to read music and the best way that I find my students being able to pick up reading. This is also a video for my students' parents who have no idea where to start with piano. We're going way back to the basics. I'm excited to see if you learn something and keep me updated if this helps you. When you are looking down at the keyboard, notes going up will be if you play going to the right on the keyboard. So it would look like this. Going to the right. Notes going down will be if you play going to the left of the keyboard. And you can start up here, going down. Everything will go down this direction. Steps on the keyboard are notes right next to each other. So here we go. White notes right next to each other. That means they're steps going up. Here are steps going down. And on the keyboard, you will see a pattern with alternating groups of black keys. You will see a group of 2, a group of 3, a group of 2, and middle C, that's the first note I want you to learn. C will be located right to the left of the 2 black keys. This is C, C, and right here. Middle C will be located at the center of your keyboard. So usually you have a name at the center of your keyboard, and this is going to be your middle C in the middle of the keyboard. And middle C will also be located at the center of your grand staff, just like we show in this picture. In music, you will see the grand staff, which is this right here. And you will see 5 lines, and you will see 4 spaces. The X's are on the lines. So if you take a look at X and O's, you will see an alternating pattern. Line, space, line, space, all the way up. These notes are steps on the piano, just like we played steps on the piano. And if you direct your eye towards the top, you will see they are notes going up the keyboard. So let me play that. Steps going up the keyboard. If you take away the spaces, you will see we're skipping the space. So line, skip a space, and then a line, skip a space. This is as if we were playing 5 notes on the keyboard, all line notes. We're skipping a white key in the center of the notes we're playing. So it would sound, skip a note. So 5 notes we just played. It would be the same thing if we decided to do space notes. 4 notes we would play, but they would be skipping a line note, so that means we would skip a white key in the middle. Alright, so we have lines and we have spaces. Just the same thing. We're going to play steps going down. And on the bottom of the grand staff, you will have high notes on the top and low notes on the bottom. It would be the same thing if we decided to do only line notes, which means we would skip a note in between. Skip a white note. Going on to F clef and G clef. This is the top of the keyboard, and this is called treble clef. You can memorize it as T is for top, and it is treble clef. Starts with the same letter. This is usually played with right hand. So everything from, let's see, middle C and onwards is played by right hand for treble clef. Not always, but for beginners, yes, it is. This is also called G clef. You can trace your eye around the swirly part and it kind of looks like a G. So the line going through this treble clef is called a G, and that's a note I want you to really memorize. So G clef, the line going through it is called the G note. Going on to bass clef. Bottom is for the bass clef. This is usually played with left hand. So if we go from middle C and downwards, we will play this with left hand. Bass clef is also called F clef. The bass clef kind of looks like a backwards F, and the line going through it is also going to be your F, not your G, but your F. That's your new note that I want you to memorize. So here we go, applying what we just learned. As you can see, you don't have a bass clef right now, but it still is the same clef. In the middle of the staff, of course you can't see bass clef right now, but for now, let's just focus on the right hand. We're going to start with middle C, and we all know where that is, so put your thumb on middle C. The next note you see, it's going to be the same exact note, middle C again. And you know that note, it's going to be your G. And how we figure out our treble G is we go C, D, E, F, G, like we're going up in the alphabet, and that will be your letter G, or a fifth above from C. Twice, and then G, and then you play that one more time because it's on the same line. Now the next note is up a space. When we go back to our X's and O's, we know that line to space is a step. And this direction, we're going a step up. So we just played G, and we're going up a step. And then same note, down a step. Next note is we're going to go down one more step. Same note, right? Down a step. Same note, down a step, and down a step to back to C. Together, it sounds we're just working on figuring out lines and spaces. Rhythm will come later, so if you're wondering, why are you not doing the right rhythm? It's because we're just focusing on lines to spaces right now, okay? So there you have it, guys. This is how to read music a lot easier and being able to understand the keyboard. Please be sure to like and subscribe in the red button, and I'll see you next time.